What is this, my flock? Carrie here from HomesteadHow. Welcome to our homestead. Actually, we're on the road, in the middle of the road with our goats in front of our homestead, and we have a lot of new subscribers on our channel. We just hit 48,000 subscribers, so we figured we'd do a really quick tour and show you around our homestead so you can see what a working homestead looks like in 2021. Maybe you're thinking getting your own homestead, so we're just going to show you around real quick. And in today's video, besides the quick little tour we're doing, we're also going to cook up some beer brats. Katie and the girls and I are going to go on an 8.5-mile bike ride down this road. We're going to quickly put together a Giantex picnic table we purchased on Amazon. And Jen is going to sell at her first ever craft fair, and we're going to see how much money she makes. And be sure to watch till the very end of the episode, as we do in every episode, every Thursday on HomesteadHow. We show you some of our favorite photos at the end of each video. So let's get started. We're gonna get out of the road right now. The first thing we wanted to show you is we love where we live. Obviously, I'm standing in the middle of the road. There's like 2 or 3 cars that go down this road every single day. Hardly any traffic at all. And our nearest neighbor is way down that road, about a mile or so on the other side of the road. On this side of our house, it's hunting land. On that side of our house, it's hunting land. That's one of the things we really love about our homestead. The other thing we love is our long driveway. Our house is way back there. In fact, it's going to be dark out by the time we walk to the end of the driveway. So we love the fact that we're nice and secluded and we're far back enough away from the road. But what we don't like is this driveway is a nightmare to manage. So keep that in mind when you're looking for a homestead. A lot of people want a homestead with a long driveway so they can be away from the road and away from other people, but you got to manage the driveway. We're having a bunch of rocks dropped. We've been here for 5 years, almost 6 years now. We're having a bunch of rocks dropped to help fix this driveway because it's really sandy and there's tough winters here in Wisconsin. Jen made this with her sign business, I Create Crafts. Welcome to Evergreen Homestead. We have that just because it looks kind of cool. And we also have that because we have an Airbnb rental on our property, and that's so our Airbnb guests know where to go. Baxter, come. As you can see, our goats go for walks with us. They do that every single day. One of the first things we purchased when we got our homestead was this big gate. And it's an electric gate, and it's solar powered, and there's a little car battery. It's really cool. It's called a Mighty Mule, and we have a keypad there and a keypad there, so we can shut the gate, and our Airbnb guests can put in a code, password to come through. All right, so it's getting dark out. Luckily, my camera is pretty good in low light. Jen's holding the camera. We got it in our little gimbal stabilizer. Over here, we have a little driveway that goes to another part of our yard. We used to have our tiny house down here, and our property goes a couple hundred yards that way, and we've got a foundation over there that we're thinking about building a log cabin on maybe later this summer. So one of the things we love about our homestead is that we're in the middle of a pine forest. We're on 20 acres. We got red pine, white pine, and they grow like weeds here. We have thousands of little baby trees growing up, so we cut down the big trees, we make room for the little ones, and there's literally thousands more trees here than when we bought this place 6 years ago because they're growing up like crazy. Hopefully this video is going to turn out. It's almost pitch black out right now. My camera's pretty good in low light. Jen's having a heart attack now because the goats keep trying to trip her. There's Baxter. As you can see, we got a really nice long driveway. It's always a nice walk going to get the mail, to get some exercise. The goats walk with us like this every single day. We also have whippoorwills. As you could probably, I'll be quiet for a minute, maybe you can hear them. Baxter, shh. That's a sound that we've learned to really enjoy, but the first day we were here, we literally came from the city. We thought that was a car alarm. There was one right by the window of the house, just going nuts, because this place was abandoned for a couple of years before we bought it. All right, let's keep going. All right, one of the other things we have on our homestead, we have a dog kennel. We built that about 3 years ago on our homestead. It's a 4-stall dog kennel. We have an Airbnb rental, like I mentioned earlier. We have guests up here every single weekend renting our Airbnb rental. It's a 2-family, so they stay upstairs, they're away from us. A lot of times they have dogs. They're going to tourist attraction Wisconsin Dells near us, and they need somewhere for their dog to stay, so we can sell them this service and have their dog stay here. We also have other dogs. In fact, we have one named Sydney coming tomorrow or the next day. She's a regular customer of ours. So I'll show you the dog kennel here real quick. Runs on solar power. There's 4 stalls in there. It's not turned on now, is it? I'll show you a clip of this because we've shown it before, but we've got 4-stall dog kennel, and then around the corner here, this is our solar powered trailer. This was featured in Mother Earth News, the print magazine, a couple issues back, so that was pretty cool. We built that here on our homestead. The whole dog kennel is powered by that solar trailer. We don't have any electricity going here. It's off grid. And the cool thing is you can see the 4 stalls here. They're inside, outside, so the dogs can go out and they're still fenced in here. So during the summertime when it's nice weather, they can come inside, they can go outside, then we can open the gate and they have all this room to play. I gotta fill in some of these holes here because the dogs have been digging holes like crazy. Another really cool thing on our homestead is back here. Well, why don't we just go back here real quick, should we or no?
Can you call Baxter?
He's right there.
Oh.
No, that's a goat. Baxter, come!
Jeez.
Hit me.
Really? You're scared of Andy?
I don't want to get... I've gotten...
He's not Bambi. He won't hurt you.
I don't want to get headbutted in the hip. I don't need to replace the hip at age 40.
He's not Bambi.
Is it still light?
Yes.
That's crazy. So we're fortunate to have a really nice camera, but it's almost pitch black out now. Not quite pitch black. What do you say, Jen?
I'm having trouble seeing.
I'm having trouble seeing the ground. It shows up pretty good on that camera though, which is awesome.
Yes, it does.
So over here, we're on the corner of our property, and 2 years ago, Alyssa, my daughter, and I, and Jen built this platform for our wall tent. We like to go camping in the wintertime. So we built this platform. We camped in it this winter a couple times. And then during summertime, we take the tent down and we have a little seating area. And in today's episode, we're building a picnic table and we're going to end up putting it right here. It's going to look epic here. It's an amazing looking picnic table. You can purchase it on Amazon. It comes with some really cool wood. It looks really nice. So this is our wall tent platform, and in the summer, it's a little seating area for our guests. We're going to put our picnic table up there, and we're probably going to put a grill out here too. I got to just put up these other rails that are on the side still. I did that one last year and I hurt my finger. All right, let's keep going before it's pitch black out. So we had the whippoorwill over there, now there's one over there. Do you think that's the same one?
Nope, they're all over.
Run through the woods there. I don't know what that was. Baxter, come! Baxter's going nuts. We have 2 dogs on our homestead. Baxter, the spaz that's running around right there, and then Ray, our brown dog, who you've seen in some of our other videos, who's the best dog in the world. He's
Except...
my buddy. He's nice and calm and chill and relaxing. He comes up and he makes you pet him. Baxter is always spazzing out and jumping on people and running around in circles.
Yes, but what is Ray's issue?
Ray's nothing. He's the best dog ever.
Ray's a runner Ray, as
He
I like
runs
to
away.
call him.
That's his big issue.
He's a runner Ray.
Normally we have him on the leash with us. We didn't today because Jen's holding the expensive camera and he runs away.
He's such a sweetheart, such a lover.
Right here is, we did this, what, 4 years ago? We put up this deer fencing, and we started a garden here last year, and we had a little bit of success and mostly failure. And then lightning hit this tree, took the whole tree down, broke the fence over there. We cut it up, mostly Jen, and we got to put that over by our firewood and start splitting it, and we got to get our garden going. But this is like our secondary deer fence garden that we built. This is our new fence that we just put in before winter last year. We got it from a company named Quality Livestock Fencing. We'll put a link in the description below. Most amazing fence ever. Biggest mistake we ever made. We had cheap welded fencing in there and the goats literally broke out 10,000 times. They broke out, then we put cyclone fencing up over the welded fencing. Then we put another layer of fencing up. Then we put wood boards up and they kept breaking out and breaking out. We put this fencing up last year. They haven't been able to get out yet. It's 14 gauge steel. It's amazing fencing. And it looks a heck of a lot nicer than the other stuff. The goat house we put in 4 years ago and we got the goats. One of the first things we built was that chicken coop over there, the red one. It's pitch black out. I don't know if they can see any of this.
Yes, you guys can see it because it's amazing. Honestly, it's very dark out right now.
So
But
that was one of the first things we built on our homestead, as most people do a chicken coop. And then later we ended up getting that chicken tractor, which we absolutely love. It's easy to clean, it's got holes in it, you can just hose it down and all the poop goes through it, it fertilizes the ground, you can move it around and fertilize different parts of your yard so the chickens have a place to go. That chicken coop, the floor's rotting and we fixed it like twice now and it just needs to be burnt down or fixed properly once and for all. But we have 9 chickens and they all use the chicken tractor and that's been going well. And then we have that vertical garden that my daughter Katie and I built a couple months ago. It's been sitting in our garage, we just brought that out yesterday. And Katie's gonna be 100% in charge of that. That's gonna be our salad garden. It's going to have a bunch of lettuce and kale and spinach in it, everything we need for salad. One of the most popular videos we've ever done on HomesteadHow was DIY how to build a greenhouse. And that is a greenhouse we built. And that was probably 4 years ago. That's our camper that we purchased last year before the pandemic came. We bought it right at the perfect time. It was still cold out. We got a really good price on it. We fixed it up. We put a new roof on it. We put TVs in it. We put LED lights in it. It's a great camper, and we're probably going to be selling it in the next couple weeks. So if anyone locally is interested, that camper is going to be up for sale. Why are we selling it? Well, because of the pandemic, I've been stuck in the house with 5 women for a year now, and I don't want to be stuck in a smaller house with them. The thought of going camping even for a weekend with 6 people in that camper is just not appealing to me anymore. We're going to go on a big road trip to the Grand Canyon or something. Maybe we'll get one more trip out of the camper and then sell it. We'll have to see. And then we have our house here. Our homestead. This thing was a complete trash hole when we bought it. It's still not perfect, but we live in the downstairs area. And that upstairs that you see up there is our rental unit that we rent out on Airbnb. I'll show you a little clip of that. That's the #1 way we make money on our homestead is through our Airbnb rental. That thing's booked up every weekend, most of the summer. One other thing we'll show you real quick, or maybe 2 other things. Over here, lots of firewood. We're finally getting caught up on our firewood. We've got our wood splitter right here. I got this pile of firewood. I got it split up still. We've got our 6-wheel amphibious Argo there, which is awesome. We were very fortunate that our father-in-law gifted us that.
Yes, thanks, Dad.
I had to put a bunch of work into it, not complaining at all, but I put a new carb on, I put a new gas tank, a new fuel line, and it's running excellent now. I got to take it in the water. The other biggest thing on our homestead and the most expensive purchase we ever made is our outdoor wood burner. Oh, maybe you can see it with that light on now. It's
very bright on the camera.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
That this camera you can see.
You can tell it's dark because the lights are all going on.
All right, so this is our outdoor wood burner. This is our wood pile. This is our other wood pile. We heat our entire house. We heat our rental unit, our Airbnb rental unit upstairs, and we heat all of our water with that unit. People say, why is it outside? It's outside because you could put big, huge, heavy logs in it, and this is something you'd want if you're going to heat multiple buildings. If you just have one little farmhouse, this probably isn't for you. But we're heating our upstairs unit with a separate furnace, our downstairs unit with a separate furnace, our workshop with a separate heater, and all of our water. Central boiler, outdoor wood burner. We've got a bunch of videos we've done on that. So that was a quick tour of our homestead. I hope you enjoyed it, but we have a lot more in store for you in this video. If you're new to our channel, thanks for watching. In every episode of Homestead How, we take some amazing photographs on and about our homestead every single week. We put those at the end of every video. We have a new video coming out every Thursday, so be sure to watch till the end of the video to see those photos. We've always got some really good ones in store for you. But the video isn't over yet because I got to cook up some brats this week. I'm taking one of the girls for an 8.5-mile bike ride, and Jen is selling at her first ever craft fair. And she's going to take you along for the ride, and we're going to show you if she makes any money at this craft fair, if it was worthwhile or not. We're going to show you her whole setup, exactly how much money she made. So let's get started. All right, so let's get into the video. It's finally getting warm on the homestead. I'm also getting to use my new drone. I have my Part 107 drone license now. Jen's taking some food out to feed the goats, let the chickens out, and I'm going to fire up the grill. It's almost 80 degrees today, so looking forward to some nice weather. So here in central Wisconsin, we love our beer brats. Also goes great with sauerkraut. Pretty good for you too. That fermented cabbage is pretty healthy. After I'm done cooking up these brats, we got a really cool picnic table we got from Amazon that we're going to be putting together for our Airbnb guests. Besides putting together a picnic table, we have some major spring cleaning to do. My garage is completely trashed, as you can see. So Senior stopped by and he's actually giving me a hand putting this picnic table together we got on Amazon. This is a pretty sweet little table. We'll leave a link for it in the description in case you're interested. It's made of a really nice wood. It looks really nice, nicer than any picnic table I've ever seen. And it's got some steel framing for the benches as well. And overall, it was really easy to put together. Big.
Yeah.
I've found over the years, especially when we put together our chicken tractor, it helps to lay out all of the parts ahead of time, have a nice organized workspace so you know which screws go where. So that's what we're doing here.
Oh, how do you know which ones to do?
You just do all of them.
now you need an umbrella.
That's pretty.
So we have this really cool small town fair every year, although it was canceled, of course, last year, but it's back on this year, so the girls had some fun there. And I got to embarrass them as well, screaming like a goat.
Hey guys, it's Jen and Emma from I Create Crafts. Today we are going to our flea market craft fair. We're really excited about this. We have the car completely packed to the brim. There's stuff in the back as well. Alyssa and Katie are in there, so I have Emma with me, so it's going to be the 4 of us selling today. It's about 2 hours away. Is there another one? Yeah. No, right here.
Well, John, according to the
Alright guys, so I'm all set up here at the craft fair and I'm really looking forward to it. We're all set up back there, as you can see. I'm right next to my cousin and her daughter, and it's going to be a beautiful day today. It's a little windy right now, but I'm getting really excited for this. I worked really hard on this, and if you're interested in anything that I have, I do have stuff for sale, and everything that I created here, I created on I Create Crafts, so you can check out that if you're interested in learning how to make stuff. But alright guys, so it's the next day. We cleaned the car out of everything that we brought back home. So overall we made about $100, but I know I'm going to be having more orders come in. A lot of people took my business card, which has my name and the YouTube channel, and also people are asking if I can make custom orders. I had one sign in particular that had Green Bay Packers on it because we're in Wisconsin, and she was saying, hey, do you have like a Brewer one, or do you have like a hockey one? And I said, no, it's a really good idea. So I'm going to be branching out, and she's going to be reaching out to me to make her a few brewer signs as well, which is really awesome.
So a few days earlier, we brought out our DIY gutter garden. My daughter Katie and I built this in an episode a few episodes back, so go check that out if you're interested. This is going to be Katie's garden. She's responsible for it. We're going to put a bunch of lettuce and salad stuff in it, and she's going to start planting that right away. So we've been going on a lot of bike rides, and unfortunately this day the girls and I went on a bike ride and someone had let the goats out and they just kept following us down the driveway. We got them almost all the way back and then they followed us right out into the road, which is kind of dangerous. Eventually we were able to wrangle them back into the house. I actually scared them with my drone. Katie and I are going on our longest bike ride ever, and she spotted something in the road there, and we don't know what it is. If it's a deer, a dog, a cow, maybe a goat. Maybe I can zoom in on it here and see. It's just been standing there for like 5 minutes. What are you? It's not even real. Oh, there it goes. I don't know what it was. Maybe a dog? After that, Katie and I went on the most epic bike ride. We had a beautiful sunset, and we just kept riding and riding and riding until we ended up 8.5 miles away, and we had to have Jen pick us up. Katie and I just biked like 8 miles to our neighboring town. How do you feel, Katie?
Tired?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. That was kind of dumb. Now Jen's got to pick us up because we're too tired to ride all the way back home. So that was the week on our homestead. We also broke out the log splitter and trying to get caught up on our firewood again. We got a pretty good stockpile now, but there's always more firewood to split and cut. So thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned. Now we're going to show you some of our favorite photos we took on our homestead this week.